if you had all the money in the world, how would you spend that money? Maybe a nonprofit, maybe buying a house for your parents, maybe buying this for that, maybe just maybe a lot of people like to travel. You know, I always ask, what if you have all the money in the world, would travel? You know, even though that's not everything, because you always always want that person to spend time with. You can't just travel and spend the whole time by yourself. So what would you do if you had all the money in the world? Maybe it's something that I haven't mentioned right now, but what would you do? What if money was not an issue? What if money was not a problem in your life? What would you do with your time? What would you do? How would you spend that? I don't know. You tell me. Let's go with Trevor.
I'm so glad you picked me for that question, Sergio. When I was thinking of that, I thought of Jeff Bezos and just how insanely wealthy this man is. And I've thought before, what would I do with all that money? And I've learned as I've gotten older that people who have money have power. That's, I think, the biggest lure of money, at least to a certain point. And then, of course, with power can come corruption. And I think that's why a lot of people who are so wealthy don't seem to do a whole lot for the world, because they're so entranced in their own power that they don't really worry about the rest of the world and how the rest of the world's thinking, because they're so low beneath them. So I think if I had the money, I would hope that through my years of life that I would not become corrupted, that I would be able to take this power that I have and use it for good. I think what I would do is I'd just try my best to utilize this money to make everyone's life better. I would try to I would remove poverty, hopefully, first in the United States and then everywhere else in the world would be amazing. I would then try to really push it towards causes that would be helpful for future generations, you know, things like helping the environment and things like that. And then maybe I would try to share the wealth so that it's not so unevenly distributed and that people feel like they also have power as well. It doesn't feel like there's a couple people up here and the rest are just kind of like, hey, can you help us out here? So I think that's what I would do with the money. And I think I would also do some things for myself. I would probably travel. Like Sergio mentioned, I would be amazing. And I think that's about it. I wouldn't really buy like a big mansion. Me and my fiance are actually looking at houses right now. And she's like, wouldn't it be cool to have a mansion that's millions of dollars? And I'm like, no, not really. That's too many rooms. Like, I don't need 7 rooms in a house. It just seems kind of sad and depressing to have, 5 empty rooms. So yeah, I guess that's mine. Thank you.